lethal bowling skills. With his intimidating pace and unwavering accuracy, Sir Kirtley dominated.
Antigua, she is so beautiful. Oh, Barbuda, she is so wonderful. We have beaches plentiful, climate healthy, people peaceable, life so lengthy, hospitality full and plenty. Antigua, Barbuda. We want to invite you to our beautiful Twin Islands.
Anyone who knows Ian Botham, now he's Lord Botham, who was a very good friend of mine. We shared flat together for many years. I won't tell you exactly what went on, but I can remember that we were playing this match against a team called Glamorgan. It's a Welsh team, and because of maybe what took place that night, that individual felt that he could get the better of me at that time. And the first I went out to bat that day because of the night we had, I think myself and Ian, anyone knows Ian Botham, he loves a good glass of red wine. And we indulged a little bit too much, and I wasn't feeling the best on that particular day in order for me to play. So this fast bowler apparently found that out, and the first 3 balls that he bowled me, I missed. And he looked up to me and he said, hey, Sir Viv, man. I wasn't Sir then, but then he said, Viv, you know what color it is? It's red, it's round, and it's whatever ounces. And if you are a competitor, which I am, all of a sudden, I became very much sober. And the next delivery, maybe because of the first 3 deliveries that he bowled, he felt he had a chance this time. And I clipped it, and I hit it. And I hit it so well. And anyone knows the Taunton cricket ground, there's a little river that runs to the back. And every now and again you'd have some casual fishing in that particular area. And this ball dropped in this dinghy where these guys were fishing. Bang! And they almost felt, what was going on here? There's someone at the top of the stand shouted out to the guys in the dinghy, can we have the ball back? And there's some foul language. F off there. This is the first catch we have had all day.
Who's your best favorite player? We have always so many favorite players, but there is one that we really like.
There's a lot of favorite players with the team that you would have played with. But when you look on the outside, there's an individual that I would all admire. He's not as tall as Kirtley. His name is Sonny Gavaskar, out of India.
Just share with us the incident between you and Dean Jones.
Do you realize that was way back in the 90s? My memory isn't as good as it used to be. No, apparently, Australia, they were struggling against us at the time. And for some strange reason, Mr. Dean Jones came out and tried to upset me. So he asked the umpire to ask me to remove my wristbands because his thing was a white cricket ball with white wristband and there's some sort of conflict, which to me was stupid really. And if you've seen the highlights, you would have seen that I was standing there for a while, my Captain Ricky was there, 1 or 2 other guys trying to convince me to take them off and get on with the game. And I didn't want to do it, to be honest, because I've never had that request before. And to be honest with you, I wanted to kill him. Seriously. But, I did take them off, got on with the game, and that really rattled me. And up to that point, I was bowling within myself, taking it easy, and all of a sudden, fire started to breathe fire. And we all know that game ended, right? It took 5 weeks. You know, it was a one-day game. Australia lost quite easily. Sorry. I understand Australian players weren't too happy with Mr. Dean Jones. You know, they said, why did they battle a big man like that? You know, so all aspiring cricketers, it's not a wise idea to battle a fast bowler.
What goes into your mind the night before, like the time in Trinidad, the time in Barbados against South Africa? You know, what went into your mind to get you psyched up to come out and deliver for the West Indies and to make us proud?
Well, personally, there are a couple of things. One, my pride. I refuse to lose. And not just myself, but the whole team. You know, we are a proud nation. We're from the Caribbean, we're a proud nation. And pride is one of the most important things. And then, of course, you know, the will to win at all costs, within the spirit of the game, of course. So we believe that it doesn't matter if we are trying to defend a low total. Our philosophy was, if we struggle to get to 200 runs, the team must struggle twice as bad to get those 200 runs. So that was our strong belief that we could defend anything. And hence, most of the times we come out on top. But the pride and the passion and the will to win, those were the key moments that really kept us going.
The days of apartheid and your stance when you were asked to play in South Africa under apartheid and your refusal. In fact, that was my crowning moment when you became my hero. So I want you to tell me and the audience your mindset and your thought processes at that moment.
I think that's a very important question. For all the cricket that I would have played in my life, that's the best innings that I would have ever played. I'm going to give you the reasons why. We all knew what was going on in South Africa at the time. And I think the president of the South African Cricket Union, Mr. Ali Baka, who was president at the time, came to see me I was playing in Somerset at the time with my team, and we booked lunch at this particular county hotel, and we were going to have a chat in connection with him wanting me to go to South Africa. And apparently, he put a check on the table just before we had lunch. And he said, you can put your figure in. This is how much we'd like you to come to South Africa. And I knew that for some reason that money could serve, not meet any purpose, but for folks, it could do much better for folks in South Africa than for me at the time. And it wasn't, some folks would, there are times where I went home where I turned it down and folks would look at me and say, oh, you gotta be foolish. You turning $1 million down. And they didn't quite know, because I'm really enjoying myself now and I'm benefiting because of that decision which I made then. I could not have gone to South Africa because I knew I would let my people down. The people who looked like me in South Africa were struggling. How could I do that? You know, I could not go to a park where I felt if I needed to drink some water, this is a place where black folks drink or a place where white folks drink. I just felt that it was totally unfair, and there's no way in my life that I could ever sign that particular check. And to me, as I said today, regardless of whatever happened to me in my life, that to me was one of the greatest and best innings that Vivian Richards would have ever played.